Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Perhaps it's happy Saturday, depending upon where you are on the globe. This is going to be an extremely quick live because it is late and I didn't want to do a video. But the question is, as you can see in the thumbnail, did Governor Wes Moore forget he didn't receive the Bronze Star? And could he be a casualty of stolen valor? Let's talk about it. Now, many of you over these last few weeks have seen the Dems, also known as the Democrats, taking some L's as it relates to corruption and pertinent information being left out of documents and statements. The latest has been in Washington, D.C., where there is a huge federal bribery case being waged against Ward 8 Council member Trayon White. And we shall see what comes of that in the coming weeks. But we have learned that Maryland Governor Wes Moore stated that he made an honest mistake at the age of 27 by stating that he received a Bronze Star. Now, I don't believe that this constitutes for stolen valor. Good morning, Mondo Ray Moore. I don't believe that this constitutes as stolen valor, but in my opinion, and it is just that, it is a misrepresentation of an honor achieved. And before I go any further, Fair Use Act disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which states allowance is made for fair use of copyrighted material for purposes of commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, education, teaching, and/or scholarship. It provides for the legal non-licensed citation and/or incorporation of copyrighted material by others which might be infringing under other circumstances. So, now that formality is out of the way, starting my morning with a dose of content. Well, thank you. And after I finish this, I'm going to begin mine with a nap as I have to work. But this just came across my desk. I always love saying that. But as I mentioned, this came out a few hours ago. And it's ironic because who else? And this is just a question for any of those who may be listening from the bushes or who may catch the replay, whose military past has been questioned. Any guesses? I'll give you a hint. Initials TW. Hey there, Priya. Good morning or good evening to you. And Mondo Ray says, I have to work as well. Can't wait to get this shift over with. Well, you be safe, Mondo Ray. And again, hello there, Priya. So, hey there. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, the question was, who else is under fire for their military background? And let me just say this. I've said it once and I've said it many times. When you are in a political seat or running for a political seat, every bone, every little skeleton that you think may be in your closet, somebody, somewhere is going to find it. Truth be told, even though I'm not a politician or running for anything, yes, me, even me, I have to push back some bones every time I leave out my door. So if I have to do it, certainly some of these politicians need to be extremely careful. The person, since no one has come up with the answer, is none other than Tim Walz. And who is Tim Walz? I'm glad you asked that question. He is Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate, at least for now. So, without further delay, yes, Mondo Ray Moore, that reminds me of Rudy May Moore. And I don't know who in the world that is texting me this early in the morning, but they have the wrong one. Anyway, Tim Walz has been under fire as well for making statements that hasn't been quite accurate. So let's look at Tim Walz really quickly. And as I said, the Dems have been taking some losses left and right. So let me present this screen really quickly, courtesy of the New York Times. And this is Tim Walz, who blames his military service embellishment. And to me, embellishment is a nice, soft synonym for lie. And I really don't like to use that word, but I just did. And I can't take it back because you know what? It's on video. So let's look at Tim Walz. Or should I say, let's attempt to look at Tim Walz. And you can see this was just published on the 29th and blames military service embellishment on grammar. You know, some things you just cannot make up. And I'm not sure if this is going to allow me to go all the way down. It may not, but it is on Newsweek for those of you that are interested. But I did read the article, and basically he tap danced around it and blamed this on grammar. I kid you not. And here's a piece of the text where he was asked in his joint interview with CNN on Thursday about his military service and a previous comment he made about carrying weapons in war. And my wife, the English teacher, told me my grammar is not always correct. Yes, that is Tim Walz. To me, that's totally preposterous. But as Mondo Ray Moore said, that's politics for you. Let me close this up so you all can see that. And it says, Walz added, the one thing I'll never do is I'll never demean another member's service in any way. I never have and I never will. Walz was never in combat, and the Harris campaign previously commented that he misspoke when saying, and I quote, in war, close quote. And you can see a nice little peekaboo of Harris and Walz. Look at the patriots there waving at everyone. They're waving at you, and they're waving at me. So let us get back to Maryland Governor Wes Moore and his faux pas, if you will. And my question, and I have several, but I'm not going to be asking them all tonight. Why is it that so many people, especially politicians, remember pertinent details after they're caught? Hey there, PMTV, how are you? So I am attempting to share another screen, and as always, StreamYard likes to hang up at times. So hopefully I am back to where I need to be. And I'm glad you are doing well, Priya. And again, hello there, PMTV. And basically what I wanted to show was, here we are. Let me capture everyone really quickly, because as I said, this was going to be close. So there's Mondo Ray. At least I thought that was Mondo Ray. Priya, PM, and Mondo Ray says, I trust no one in Congress. And Priya's smiling, and says she is doing good, sis. I am glad that you are. So, the next screen I am going to attempt to show is Wes Moore. And the link is there if anyone has anything they may want to say. I doubt it, but it is there for a short moment. And again, he apologizes for an honest mistake by stating he received the Bronze Star. Now, there's a few of you on here that have made claims of military service and things of that nature. You do know it's very easy to find out. And by way of Foia request, it was found out that even though Wes Moore regrets not going back to make the correction, my question is, and it's not a malicious question, but how do you forget something like that? And how did it jog your memory after the information being the application that you, Governor Moore, filled out for your White House fellowship? Hey there, self-care official. Mondo Ray says, I'm going to continue watching, about to get my morning started. Have a good morning. Salute to the chat. Y'all be safe out in this digital world we live. So, as I mentioned, Governor Wes Moore, Democrat, telling you these Dems are just taking these L's, has apologized for incorrectly stating on a White House application more than a decade ago. And I am sorry for laughing, but I'm telling you, and I've said this before, if there is something to be found, trust and believe it's going to be found. As I continue, that he was a Bronze Star recipient. More, a rising star. And that can be argued. And the Democratic Party served in the Army Reserve between 1996 and 2014. He was deployed to Afghanistan in August of 2005 through March of 2006. Though he has won multiple awards for his service, including the National Defense Service Medal, he stated on a 2006 application for the White House Fellowship that his service won him the award of a Bronze Star. Again, apologize for incorrectly stating on a White House application more than a decade ago that he was a Bronze Star recipient. Hey there, Lucy Warren. How are you? Good morning to you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone who may pop in and those who may catch the replay. And we captured this, which I may have already. And that was Mondo Ray Moore. So, let me share this is the application. part of it. Very, very impressive. And I do want to say that this is not to or discredit or take away anything that Governor Moore did as it relates to his military service. I'm just pointing out that it's just amazing to me that certain individuals, and there are other things in the background, but I'm not going through that. This is going to stay on topic, that certain individuals honestly think that what is omitted will never come back at some point to bite them on the backside, and this actually has. Here's another. I'm going to expand it really quickly. If you want to take a screenshot, again, extremely impressive application. He was 27 at the time. Again, he's done a lot for the country, so make no mistake about that. What's in question is the fact that he stated, because according to him, he believed by way of his commander that he was going to receive it. And I am going to expand this where it says, for my work, the 82nd Airborne Division have awarded me the Bronze Star Medal and the Combat Action Badge. But I highlighted the Bronze Star Medal that he put on his application. Let's look at this again. Ready? Read. For my work, the 82nd Airborne Division have, that really should be has, awarded me the Bronze Star Medal, which we now know, according to Maryland Governor Wes Moore, who's been under fire for that honest mistake, was not true. I think I may have one more quick video. If not, that is going to be the conclusion of this quick live. If anyone has any comments they would like to share, you are most welcome to do so. Thank you so much for through, and I hope you are doing well. Okay. And Lucy is still here. Thank you, Lucy. Let me get back to the video. Let's see if this will play. But this is courtesy of Fox 45 News. If it does not play, we shall see. And I hope you are doing well, Lucy Warren's World. And for those of you who are coming in, Maryland Governor Wes Moore has been on the receiving end of a little bit of backlash for failing to correct a mistake, if you will, on a 2006 application for fellowship at the White House, where he stated that he was a recipient of a Bronze Star, when in fact he was not. And it wasn't until the New York Times got its hand on there. Now, this was a while ago. So this looks like it's not going to play the video that I want it to because it's still stuck. But you can go to Fox News or just Google it and you'll find the videos. But again, Maryland Governor Wes Moore is facing some backlash for his assertion that he receiving a Bronze Star, which he did not. And let me get back here. And it's Lucy, Priya, and PM TV. So that will close out today's quick video. And again, this is the portion of his application. where there is no doubt that it is written, for my work, the 82nd Airborne Division have awarded me the Bronze Star Medal. And we have learned today that was not true. And Wes Moore apologized for not going back to correct the application. And further, just to add a little context, Lieutenant General Michael Fenzel, a mentor to Moore, confirmed to the New York Times that he told Moore that he had been approved for the medal and to include it in his application. Fenzel told the paper, meaning the New York Times, that he only learned this week. That is interesting. That he learned only this week that Moore had never, ever been awarded the Bronze Star. Let me repeat that. Lieutenant General Michael Fenzel, a mentor to Moore, confirmed to the New York Times, and you can look at this at the New York Times, that he told Moore that he had been approved for the medal and to include it in his application. Fenzel told the paper that he only learned this week that Moore had never been awarded the Bronze Star. And I quote, "In the military, there is an understanding that if a senior officer tells you that an action is approved, you can trust that as a fact," Moore said on Thursday. Well, Governor Moore, I think it's safe for me to advise that unless you have the actual object on your person, you should never, ever go by what someone tells you. And I don't give a who they are, what rank they may have, because as I've said, and it's been proven many, many times, humans make errors, and sometimes with good intentions, one can tell you something, but it just doesn't work out that way. Another reason why Maryland Governor Wes Moore has had the feet under his fire is many have felt that he's had ample opportunity to correct the record in the past. One, during a 2008 PBS panel discussion with Gwen Ifill. Again, 2008 PBS panel discussion with Gwen Ifill. And as you saw briefly, in a 2010 appearance on the Colbert Report with Stephen Colbert. But he didn't do it. It wasn't until, as I mentioned, and provided his application and a reference to the video where he apologized for the honest mistake. Again, my question is, And it's an honest question. Absolutely no malicious intent. Had the Foia request not been submitted and the application where Governor Wes Moore stated that he received the Bronze Star, would this even be a topic? That's your question. Thank you for tuning in, and enjoy the remainder of your night, morning, afternoon, day. Until next time, bye-bye for now. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a big thumbs up and any comments you may have. Bye-bye for now.